Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the house of S.Lázaro. We need to do in order to get good results in our lives. Okay? So, or I'll block you. Okay? I'm trying to do a live here. So if you continue to call me, I'm going to block you. And that's it. So, about personal energy. Every single one of us has a personal energy. Okay? So, that energy can be hot, can be cold, can be in between. So the first thing that you have to do, and this you can do by yourself, or you can ask someone, that is to respect that. I'm sorry, they keep calling me, so I block them, and that's it. So we were talking about personal energies. If your energy is cold, you need to respect that. If it is hot, you need to respect that. If it is in between, you also need to respect that. Okay? After you understand what kind of energy do you have, you need to work it. Okay? Work it. If your energy is cold, the best element or the best way to work that energy is in a cold way. You don't need to change yourself. If you are hot, you should use hot, because it is your natural energy. And if you are in between, okay, that's fine too. Okay? I see this tendency all around the world and all around spiritual communities and spiritual workers that they all say, oh, you need to cool down. You need to be all Obatala. You need to be all Oshala. No, motherfucker, you don't. You don't. If you are Ogun, and I'm using the example of Ogun because it fits a lot of things. If you are Ogun, you don't need to go Ogun Obatala. Okay? You need to be Ogun. If it is your personal energy, you need to use that energy in your favor. You don't need to become Obatala. Okay? Why? Because if you are Ogun, and if you are trying to become Obatala, you are fighting with yourself, trying to be what you are not. And that's bullshit. You are Ogun. Respect yourself. Respect your energy. Don't become Obatala because you're not fucking Obatala. Don't become Oshala because you're not fucking Oshala. Do you understand me? You are Ogun. Respect yourself for what you are. Oh, but we need all to be all Zen and Obatala and white. No, motherfucker, you don't. Your personal energy is Ogun. So respect that. You don't need to give up your sword to become Obatala. No. You need to get a better sword. That's what you need in order to fight better. If you have Ogun, you are a fighter. You're not Obatala. You are not Zen. So if you're a fighter, what you need to do is develop your fighting skills. You need to have your head straight, sure, but don't fight your own personal energy. Don't fight with yourself. You are a fighter. Learn how to fight better, get a better sword, and develop your fighting skills. If you're a fighter, don't become Obatala just because everyone wants. You don't need to be Obatala just because everyone says so. You need to be yourself. Yourself. The better version of yourself, but still yourself. If you are Ogun, fight. Fight like never before. Never surrender. Camelot lives. Right? We who are about to die salute you. If you're a fighter, don't give up fighting. Because if you were born a fighter, why do you have to change? I'm not saying that you need to fight every time with a sword. I'm saying that if you're a fighter, you don't need to give up fighting. Do you understand me? You don't need to give up fighting. You need to respect that energy. If you can use it wisely, yes, you can. But don't give up the fight, the fighting spirit, your fighting spirit, your nature, your personal nature. You understand me? Because if you give up fighting, what will you become? Something that someone told you to be? Something that is not in your nature? Do you understand this? You cannot fight yourself. Yourself. You should not fight yourself. You should respect your own nature and use it on your behalf. Right? So if you have a fighting spirit, a fighting nature, you have to use it. Because a lot, I see this a lot. Around the world, I see this a lot. Every single, whatever. Almost 98% of the people will tell you, you need to become more Obatala. And that's fucking wrong. You know why? Because you don't. If you're a fighter, you need to develop fighting skills. Let me give you an example. A very touchable example. There was this guy, this black guy, called Muhammad Ali. He was a fighter. And one day, this other guy, black, also black, defied him. He told him, I'm going to win you. That defied Muhammad Ali was called George Foreman. Okay, George Foreman. Don't believe me? Go check it out on Father Google. Okay? So George Foreman defied Muhammad Ali. George Foreman was younger, stronger, faster. So he defied him and told him, Muhammad Ali, I'm gonna fucking win you. I'm gonna blow you. They went to South Africa to have this fight. Muhammad Ali trained on the streets among the people, running and training alone. George Foreman had his coach, had so George Foreman had all, the coach, the gym, everything. Muhammad Ali was training on the street without a coach. They went to South Africa to have a fight. And George Foreman, every single round, beat the hell out of Muhammad Ali. You know what Muhammad told him? Is that all you got? Is that all you got? That's what I tell every day to my enemies and to my haters. Is that so? They were fighting. George Foreman hitting, using strength, using practice, using training. And Muhammad Ali asking, is that all you got? At the end of the fight, Muhammad Ali went, boom! Right hand. And he won. George Foreman lost because Muhammad Ali was a fighter, but he was not fighting George Foreman. So George Foreman lost. Muhammad Ali won because Muhammad Ali had fighting skills and was fighting himself. George Foreman. He was able to beat him because George Foreman was a punk at that time, was a bully. Muhammad Ali was a man, a fighter, so he won. George Foreman went in depression 3 years because he could not understand. George Foreman had a depression for 3 years because he could not understand how a younger, faster, and stronger fighter could not beat Muhammad Ali. After 3 years, he finally understood it. The fight was not between George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. The fight was all about Muhammad Ali versus Muhammad Ali and George Foreman versus George Foreman. When he finally understood that, he gave up fighting and he became... When George Foreman understood that, he became an activist because that's what he had done to Muhammad Ali, violence. He was not trying to be the best. He was trying to hurt Muhammad Ali. When we are fighting, we are not trying to hurt anyone. We are trying to beat them. That's a completely different thing. If some people deserve to get hurt, yes, they do. And they will. But it is a choice of ours, a personal choice to hurt them or not. If they deserve it, okay. If that's justification, well, But it is a personal choice. You don't have to give up fighting, but you can choose the way you fight. And with whom do you fight? Do you fight yourself or do you fight others? So you don't have to become a batala, because it is very easy to have a herd of sheep, all of batala. No one fights anyone. Everyone agrees. That's very easy. That's very easy to deal with. That's not fucking community. No, that is a herd of sheep. That's what it is. You don't have to agree with me. But you really have to convince me that your idea is the best idea. Because if you do, I will support you. Fight me. Fight me in a good way. As we say in Brazil, fight the good fight. Okay? But sometimes people get lost. And so, when they start to trying to hurt you, that's when they give you justification, and that's when they get hurt, because they are giving you justification for that. Don't be a fucking pussy, because if you let them hurt you, today they will hurt you a little, tomorrow they will hurt you a lot. So never, ever, ever let any motherfucker try to hurt you. Ever. Don't ever give up fighting. But choose the way you fight. If this motherfucker comes to you and try to hurt you, and there's a lot of ways that people can try to hurt you. They can try to control you. They can try to change you. They can try to harass you. They can try to abuse you. Don't ever, ever let a motherfucker get away with that. Ever. Fight them. Fight them. Because if you do not fight them, they will hurt you today and will hurt another one tomorrow. Because an abuser will always be an abuser. So stop right there. If they try to abuse you in any way, you tell them, you don't fuck with me. It's not me that don't fuck with you. No, you don't fuck with me. You will not manipulate me. You can call all your friends, all your bitch friends, because that's all you are, a bunch of bitches. While I am still a fighter, right? Because I don't fight you, I fight myself. And I will not allow you to disrespect me in any way. That's what you should do, always. Because in the spiritual community, I fucking hate this word, you will see a lot of this. A lot. You will see a lot of wolves disguised in sheep clothes, trying to convince you trying to make you do something that you don't want to do, trying to find out the way they can take advantage of you. So becoming an Obatala, Zen, This is a way of controlling you. This is a way of putting your guard down. This is a way to you become a domestic animal. Mr. Hugo, I'm not an animal. Yes, you are. When you become a batala in front of your elder, in front of your priest, of your mambo, your papa, whatever, what the fuck you have in front of you, you're becoming a sheep, a domestic sheep. You're becoming all a batala in order not to fight them, not to respond to them, not to tell what you really think. That's a way of controlling you. That's a very Christian thing, right? If they hit you in the face, offer the other. No, motherfucker, I'm not offering you nothing. If you try to hit me in the face